Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello. Hi, how are you
Hi.
doing?
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
There's still background music.
No, it's off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, it's gone now. How are you guys?
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
good.
doing
How are
good.
you?
All right, thank you.
Can I do the introduction?
Go ahead.
Okay, so hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to New York live trading session. Hello, Rosa. Hello, Fahad, and hello, Rishi.
Hello.
I hope I'm saying the names right.
Yeah.
I'm privileged to be hosting today's live trading session with such a great group of traders like yourselves. Allow me to introduce myself to our traders. My name is Saif Qaddoura, and I've been trading for over a decade now, mainly on behalf of financial institutions, and I'm happy to be joining you on this live stream. Very nice to meet you guys. Let's make sure we provide value to our traders and everyone watching the live stream, and of course, let's have a good time. Okay, guys. So as always, ladies first. So we start with Rosa. How are you, Rosa?
I'm okay. Um, doing
All
fine
good.
today. Ready to start trading. If
I
there's any
started.
opportunity.
Sorry again.
Ready to start getting trades,
All right.
taking
So
trades
what do
in
you
the
have your
market.
eyes on today? What are you planning to
Uh,
trade?
dollar. I'm on the dollar, the gold. I'm just looking at the
Okay.
gold. I think it's going up, but I have to wait for some confirmation. So I'm just waiting for an
Mm-hmm.
interesting area. I have like around 30 points from where it is
Mm-hmm.
now, and see if I can have the opportunity to jump in on a buy, because I think gold is going up in a few minutes.
Yeah, I like to believe that's correct. I'd love to agree with that. Yes. Would you like to share your screen with us? Would you like to
Yeah,
change
sure.
share your charts?
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay, so this is gold. As some of you already know, I only analyze gold or any other symbol I trade on M1, 1 minute time frame, nothing else than that. And I only pay attention to a few bars behind where the price is at the moment. So, other than that, I haven't looked at the news. Is there any important news coming up? Let me check very quick. So today is 27th. Okay, nothing important coming up. So I guess you can see my screen, right? Yes, you can. All right. So I'm just waiting, as I said, gold coming down from what it is now, more or less, around 30 points. And then from there, from this area in here, let's say that, I'll start looking for buys if my setup is presented to me and I have the opportunity to jump in. I expect gold to go this way, around this area, being able to jump in with gold and then move up. But we have to wait. So that's my approach on gold today, as a scalper. So nothing else than that.
Well, that's nice. Can you tell us how did you come up with this, let's say, analysis, or what drives your strategy mainly?
Yeah, my strategy is very easy. So as I say, let me zoom in a little bit. These are moving averages, regular moving averages, and then these are special moving averages I've done myself. But basically, you can also use regular moving averages. And what I'm expecting is just a discount on price always. I mainly go buy on gold, so I usually don't sell gold. So what I'm expecting is a drop of the price, always waiting for a discount, moving away from these two moving averages, moving a little bit away, and then finding a special setup I have, like this one set up here, like this one here, this one
Okay.
here,
Is that the
and
engulfing
then
candle that you're looking for?
sorry,
Is that an engulfing candle you're looking for, or
it's not. It's the second life candle I have to see forming. Like for instance, it might be this might be like an open candle, but it's not. I don't think they just right because that one is too big for me, for instance.
okay?
Bear in mind, I use like 15 points, 20 points every time I take a trade. So it's a very quick scalp. So I need to see how the price moving down, but in a very slowly manner. So if it drops very quickly, I have to stay out of the market. So it's not only the pattern, but also the position. If you see here, I only pay attention to a few candles. It's more like a double top, a double bottom here, double top in here for me
Yeah.
in 1 minute. So I wouldn't have entered any of these trades, but the pattern is there. So the setup is there, but then it's a component. And also I use the RSI, very common regular indicator, in a different way. So I don't think this is an oversold or overbought areas, but these are points the price have to reach. And once I've said that, when the RSI goes below or above 30/70 standard indicator levels,
Yeah.
I start counting candles because
And do you look at divergences on the RSI? I mean, like positive divergence in this case?
no, not
No?
really. I mean,
Okay.
I see them, but it's not something it triggers my entry. It doesn't.
Oh, of course,
So
yeah. It's just an extra layer of a negative filter, so to speak.
yeah,
Like it keeps you out from bad trades
I used to
if
pay
it doesn't
attention.
agree with. Yeah.
But to be honest, based on the backtest I've done with this strategy, there's no impact on whether you pay attention to these things or not. So I
Okay.
won't pay attention. I just see them until let's say there's a divergence here. So this is upwards, and from here to here it's downwards a little bit. But it's something I don't really pay attention. It's more
Okay.
candle counting and what's going on after it goes below or
And what
after.
about the moving averages? What are the periods that you use?
Yeah, this is the 5. Regular ones are 5, and then you can see here 72, 89, and I don't see why I'm not showing. Just bear with me a second.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that
not
one's,
showing.
yeah. Yeah, the average, the 200 should be there as well. Let me add it
Okay.
because that's 200 and 800. So let me add them. Uh, moving average. This is 200 white, and the other one is 800, like olive. And these are only for information, as I said. So it's not. I use the moving averages just to go out of the trade.
Okay.
So let's for the sake of this example, let's say I go on a buy position here. I will end up the trade on the first moving average I encounter.
Okay.
So
So
the
you use
first
it
moving
as
average is,
support and resistance mainly, yeah?
yeah, and for being out of the trade, not for entering the trade, but just leaving the trade behind, or at least move to break even if that's the case. Because here it's only a few points, like 17 points. But I don't know, let's find another one. That one 5, to be honest, I don't pay attention to absolutely anything anywhere. Let's say I'm just going at this point, I'm on a buy.
Okay.
So that one's pretty close. So sometimes I don't do anything and I leave the trade open. And then at these ones here, I will either close the trade the trade or take a partial. It depends.
To take partials, yeah.
It depends on
That's
the
pretty
volatility, I
interesting.
see.
The reason why I love this because it's very simple and the simpler the merrier in trading. So that's why I find it very interesting. I like your strategy, to be honest.
I never knew how to analyze the market top, bottom, down, like one day, 4 hours, 1 hour. I've never knew how to do it that properly. So that's
Okay.
why I decided to stay focused on one
Focus on
minute,
one thing.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad strategy after all. Like you do whatever that suits you or do whatever that works for you. So let's move to the guys now. Fahad, how are you?
I'm fine.
All
How are
good,
you
all
doing?
good. Would you like to share your screen and tell us what you have your eyes on today?
Okay. Uh,
By the way, thank you, Rosa. That was
yeah,
great.
let me hope it's visible. Is my screen visible to
No,
you
No.
guys?
we can't see your screen yet.
Moment. Is it clear now?
Yes, now it's clear. Now we have
Is
it.
it clear?
Now we can see it. Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
Nasdaq,
So
and what's the other thing? Nasdaq. Yeah.
yeah, so for me when I usually focus on Nasdaq, XAUSD and German 40. But right now for
Okay.
today, I've been observing Nasdaq. And my strategy is based mostly on expansions and impulsive moves. So
All right.
I always look at 4 hour and I use 15 minutes as my entry. So I use 4
Nice.
hour for specifically market direction. Then I use 15 minutes for my entries. So I always make sure that my entries in the 15-minute time frame always align with my my momentum or the direction of the 4 hour. So if my
Mm-hmm.
analysis of, for example, today, if I'm observing when I look at this market on the 4 hour, it's already showing good signs of a very bullish momentum. Okay, so if I look at such a market, it's bullish. Then I always focus, for example, at this scenario what we are having today. My focus might be targeting this area. So I think on the 4 hour we are a bit bullish after breaking this point here. This was a strong resistance level below before, but it was we
Okay.
had a breakthrough here, which shows that yes, we are within a bullish a bullish trend. So if we are in a bullish trend, my 15-minute or the entries I have to take on 15 minutes should be in line of 4 hour. So if I look at on my 15-minute, in 15 minutes, this is where I always put in my uh, entry models. So that's expansion. I use consolidation and expansion to take my entry models. How do I use my expansions and consolidations? Let me use a simple model here. Okay, let's say
Yes,
this
please.
is consolidation. Okay, if this is the consolidation. Hello,
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
is everything clear, guys? Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's
So
perfect.
if
Please
you look
keep
at
going.
this model, this is the consolidation. I'm going to show you my entry model within the 15-minute time frame. So if you're having a consolidation, then all I have to wait for a breakthrough out of this consolidation. So once breakthrough, that's a confirmation that yes, we are having bulls. So there is always two scenarios. A breakthrough can be bearish, can be bullish. Okay, so if a breakthrough is bearish and my 4 hour is bullish, then I'm not going to take that trade because I don't want to be against the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so if I get an expansion, the question will be like, yes, what happens after an expansion? So when the expansion happens, I always focus on the candle which has started that move. Okay, it's close, it's where I wait for the retest. So let's say the candle which started this move, it was a bullish candle, and maybe it stopped at, let's say, at this level. So it's close, it's candle close, it's where I'm going to wait for a retest. So once the retest happens, then that's when I will execute my what? My bullish entry. That's if the breakthrough is in line with the 4-hour time frame. So when I look at Nasdaq, it's a bit bullish. Okay, so I'm going to wait for, because if you look on the 15-minute, we are having this entire what? Consolidation here. Okay, so the market is within this range. So using the same model I've been using, so the market is within is within the range. So we all know how Nasdaq reacts, so Nasdaq is so volatile. So on market open, if this market happens to break through, okay, all I wait for is the candle which started the move to be retested, then I will continue my bullish trade. But the exit model also matters, because if I'm to exit, I always that's why I'm having my screen partitioned here. It's that I don't want to miss out on what happens on the 4-hour. Otherwise, all my focus would have been on 15-minute. But what happens on the 4-hour, it's what drives me. So if my target is here, meaning this is the point I might be targeting, but I'm not going to hold my trade up to that point. So my exit model is always based on the risk to reward. So if I execute my buys, and my risk to reward is always 1 to 3. If I risk 1%, I'm targeting 3%. Okay, so meaning if I'm to pass a prop firm, let's say, if I'm to pass a prop firm challenge of let's say of FundingPips, that's, let's say, 10%. Okay, so that means I'm going to have all I need is 3 successful trades, 3.5 successful trades. Okay, so meaning if I risk 1%, I have like 10 trades to take. So meaning my exit model for it is not based on the direction of the 4-hour time frame where it's going. It is based on the risk to reward of 1 to 3. Okay, yeah. So that's simply what I'm focusing on, and that's how my approach is.
I love it. I honestly love it, because you focus a lot on risk management and your risk reward, and that's amazing. Plus, you do the top-down analysis, which is cool because it keeps you aware of the big picture. So, any setups that you're looking for here today? I'd like to see it happening, to be honest. So, Fahad, do you have any setups for today or not yet?
For today, I don't have any setup for
Hello,
today,
hello.
because I'm waiting for the. I always wait for the market to open. I always wait for the market
Yeah,
the New York stock market session to open, because when it
yeah.
opens,
So after
it's
an
always
an
volatile.
hour or something. Yeah,
Yeah, and my
I
strategy,
got
as
you.
you have
Yeah.
seen it, it's so much about volatility.
Nice. Rosa, did you take any trades? We can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Am I muted now?
No, no, you're good now.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
Usually gold trades happen early in the morning, like midday here in Spain, or in about 20-30 minutes. So I'm just looking for some
Waiting,
live
yeah?
trades as always. Yes.
Great. Now let's move to Rishi. My man, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good. What do you have for us today?
Like I'll just share my screen.
Please.
Yeah, can you able to see my screen? All right. Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So for Nasdaq, like it's a no trade day for me, like because like after market, like we are having Nvidia earnings. So Nvidia has more weightage in Nasdaq, so I'll just wait for the results to come, like post market. So no trade in Nasdaq for today, for sure. And gold is actually looking bullish, so I'll be looking for buy trades. And even in daily time frame, there is a breakout happened. So yeah, you can able to see a small breakout in the consolidation, and then the market is taking a pullback. So I'll just look for some kind of manipulation on the lower side, so to take for buys. And also it is in a very good support level, so I'll just wait for some manipulation, and then in retracement I'll just go for entries in gold. So currently I'm bullish in gold right now, but still I need some confirmation. I need a good momentum move on the high side, so I'll just go for buy trades in gold. And also um, um, Euro USD is also looking good. Like let's go to daily time frame. Yeah. So and you can able to see the market is actually bullish like after this downfall move. So it is actually making higher rise, and now it's in consolidation in. And what happened is like the market broke these support levels, this level and this level. So you can able to see a breakout on the downside. So I'm just considering this level as a manipulation level. So I'll just wait for a very good move on the high side, like a quick manipulation on the high side. So yeah, so it is actually looking good. So it broke this swing high. So if the momentum is too good, we can't expect a deep retracement on Euro USD. So we can expect a small retracement. So in that case, we can just use these breaker blocks to get into the trade. And if the momentum is not that good, we can expect some deep retracements. We can expect these levels to take out, and then we can go for buys in the Euro USD. So these are three pairs I'm looking. So for Nasdaq, I'm not going to get trade today because like after market we're having Nvidia earnings report. So I'll just wait for the reports to come. Then we can plan trades in Nasdaq. And gold is also looking good, and Euro USD is also looking good. So these are my three analysis.
Yeah, I think that's mainly because the DXY is starting to retrace. That's why everything else is
Yeah, it's like yeah.
that's the main reason. But now we have Rishi, Rosa, and myself all bullish on gold. So let's see how that plays out. All right. Now let's see if people have questions for us. Uh, okay, Rosa, you have a question from Faiz. Are you taking 20 to 30 points per trade using the 1 minute candle? Also, at how many points do you usually set your stop loss? That's actually a good
Okay.
question.
Okay, let me give you an example on my screen, right? Okay, so let me share.
Sure.
Bear with me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see my screen? Just leave that here below. Can you see it?
Yes,
Yes.
all good.
Yes,
We
Okay,
can
yes,
see you.
yes.
all right. So let's assume I go in at this point, just for the sake of this example, right? Okay, this is a buy position at this very level. So my stop loss always goes a few points, 1, 2, 3 points. I don't have a specific number, but just below on the previous lower low. So this would be here. And then um, at least 15 points. But it depends on the volatility on gold at this very right moment. Since I'm a scalper, a very short position trader, I can't wait and sit for 100 points. So now I was expecting gold to do this movement it's doing, but I'm not in. So let's say I was in, I would have been out half of the position or a partial. I was taking a partial here and then probably just cut the trade here. From the beginning, this is 21 points, kind of like 20 points. But if I see this 200 SMA breaks with decision, like intentionality, then I just wait for a little bit more. All right. So at least I target 15, 20 points, but I try to squeeze as much as I can. But um, I'm conscious working only in 1 minute time frame. I can't sit down and say gold is going. Let's say, oh, I'm pretty sure there's what everything the smart money guys say here, and I'm gonna wait. That's not my trading style. In 1 minute, there's a lot of points gold converts very quickly, and you know how volatile is gold. So I could do that in USD CHF, for instance, but not in gold. So gold, it's like 15, 20, and then I see. That's why I only focus on one time frame because my candle, when I'm just working, my candles are like that. The zoom in is as big as I can because I don't pay attention what's on the left. I need to see what movement. All this keeps me candle by candle. So if I were in this trade, and let's assume I'm running here, I would close the position as soon as I see that. This candle, it's a close the position right away. No other option because I don't know what gold's going to do in a few. Now it's bullish, but you don't know. You know that now. Um, I don't know if some of the guys here in the live stream were yesterday, where gold was bearish, intentionally bearish, all the way down bearish, and I took a buy. And some of the people said or commented like, "How the hell you took a buy on a bearish, on extremely bearish market?" And say, "Because I'm not looking for 100 points. I'm just looking for 15, 20, 40 points." And it gave me 60 points this trade. But
The
that's
life of a
something.
scalper, yeah?
Yeah, that's the life of scalping. So
They don't understand. They just
it's
don't get it.
difficult. I understand. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But so target stop loss, lower lows, target at least 15, 20 points if I can. But if I don't see that I can, it will hit my stop loss and that's it. That's why my risk per trade is only 0.25% of the account. Not only FundingPips account, but also my personal account. I replicate trades. So my personal account, I've been using this strategy for a long time already. And it's the same strategy. So it's only 25%, so I can take up to 4 entries a day. If I have 2 losses in a row, I'm done for the day. So it's not my day. And then I'll try out tomorrow. There's always money and
Exactly.
opportunities in the market.
That's nice. Great answer. Rishi, I think I read that someone is asking you something. Can you please check?
Yeah, I have a question for Rishi. Like, you only trade New York session or any other session also? I do trade London session too, but mostly New York sessions will be much better than London session if you're trading Nasdaq. But when it comes to forex, I'll prefer London session because like I'll just scalp some points and then I'll exit the trade. So for forex, I'll just choose to trade in London, and for Nasdaq, New York session is much better.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Trading currency is a lot better in London session, or
yeah,
even the overlap between sessions is great for FX. But gold, Nasdaq, and the whole gang, I think after New York opens, the real liquidity comes in. So yeah, I agree.
yeah. Even the ancient session also looks good. Like, but you have to trade yearly, like very early. When it comes to Indian timing, like you have to trade like around morning 4 a.m. You have to wake up and then
Oh,
you
okay.
trade ancient session too. You'll get good moves, but you have to wake up very early if you are in India.
Okay, okay. Good to know. No, actually, like for myself, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm very fortunate when it comes to trading zones or trading hours because our time zone is exactly at the middle of all sessions. So I live in Jordan, in Amman, and we have like the market opens at 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Sorry. So I only miss, if I'm sleeping at night, of course, I only miss the Asian session. I can catch all of the other sessions. So I think that's an advantage that we have given our time zone. All right. So do we have any other questions? What's your target on gold, Rishi?
My target, right? So like I'm actually super bullish on gold, like, but at least we can expect like 3385 initially. But if the momentum exits, even we can go all time high, but that's quite rare. It takes time.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I am a swing trader. I'm not a scalper. I'm not a day trader. I think those are not my things. So when it comes to gold analysis, I see that my target on gold is 3,600. So we're breaking new all-time highs. I believe before the end of this year. I have an open trade right now on gold, which I showed on previous live streams. I'm already up 800 points, 800 pips, and I'm waiting for um, 2,000 more to close. So yeah, I agree with you, Rishi. I think we're going to see all-time highs soon.
Yeah. So you like you're a swing trader, right?
Yeah.
Like how much are risking?
Now that depends because like you need to know how much are you trading per year. Like you need to have a trade history. For example, um, if I see that on average I trade 20 big swings in a year, that means that I can go like a little bit riskier on each trade. Instead of just risking 1% per trade, I can go 4% per trade or 3% per trade because overall I'm risking or I'm trading 20 times a year. That's it, or maybe less, maybe sometimes 10 15 times or 10 15 trades a year. So that depends. It all starts with you deciding how much are you willing to risk in this year as a swing trader. That's how you think about it. So you start by deciding how much are you willing to risk in the whole year. What is your expected return from this risk? If it makes sense, if it's worth it, in other words, if it's worth it, then you divide this amount. That is, let's say, for example, I'm willing to risk $1,000 per year, which is 10% of my account, for example. So I take this 10% and I go back to my trading history and I see. I take a look at the history and see what is my win rate, what is my trade expectancy, and according to that, for example, I say, let's say I lose 5 months out of 12 months a year. Okay, so I take the 10% and divide it by five. So I have 2% risk per month, and then I divide this month by 4 weeks, which is we have 4 weeks in a month. So I say the worst that could happen is me losing 2 weeks out of the four. So I divide my 2% by two. So I get 1% per week. And that's my stop loss for the week. That's how I think about it. But of course, the numbers are not accurate. I'm not giving you real numbers, but just to make it easier to calculate.
So
So to answer your question, yes, sometimes like this trade, I'm risking 4% on this trade alone.
so
But
approximately how many days you'll hold the trade?
my average holding time is, I believe it's 50 something days per
One
trade.
1 5 or
Yeah,
5? 1 5.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think I moved away from being a swing trader to a position trader now.
Okay.
But I think that's what age does to you. When you get older, you become more patient and you hold your
Yeah.
winners longer. Yeah. So okay, let's ask some questions and see. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. So let's start with you, Rishi. What was the hardest thing for you to overcome in your trading journey, and how did you overcome it? Let's give value to people.
Hardest part is facing the losses, like losing streak, like for months, for many months. Like I've been in many losses, and also I've blown, like for the first payout, I've blown around like 13 accounts to get my first payout. So
And why do you think that used to happen? Is it
see,
like because you don't
when
stick to your plan?
so when someone is losing account, or when someone is having a losing streak, or when someone is in huge loss, the mistake is purely on them. Like for example, like the losses that I made is purely my mistake, like risking so much, like taking high positions and then holding the losses, and rushing for the trades. Like even though when the market is not giving me entries, I'll just go for the trades by expecting the market to go higher or lower. So I'll just predict some kind of like astrology similar to that. So I'll just expecting. So those are my biggest mistakes in my trading career, because like after making those losses, I'll just get a perfect entry in the charts, but in order to execute those entries, like I won't be having capital in my hands.
And
So
let me guess something. You refused to take time off, right?
yeah.
When you had the losing streak, you refused to take time off. That's one of the main. That's very common, by the way. It's not just you. Like, I believe we've all been there. So that's okay. What about you, Rosa? What's the hardest thing that you had to overcome in your trading journey, and how did you overcome it?
Um, I don't know if it was the most difficult thing, but understanding, at least here in the country I grew up, mistakes are, people don't like making mistakes, and you are punished from your parents, teachers, society when you make a mistake. So you feel very bad. And understanding when you trade, it's everyone in the world sees the same candles. So you, me, and the best trader in the world is watching or seeing the same candles as I'm watching. So understanding my ego had to be put in my pocket, and trying to understand if that's something wrong, it's in me. As Rishi said, it's in me. It's my fault. It's my behavior. It's my mindset. Because if I'm able to make money out of one trade and you aren't at the same symbol at the same time as me, that's because something's wrong with you, not with me, because I'm or the other way around, of course. So understanding I had to work on my ego, not trying to be right, but to make money. And that's the play. That's the game when you are trading. So it took me a while and a few psychologist sessions to accommodate what I've been told since my birth, and I've been taught to understand trading. It's very difficult, and there's not a problem on losing. So you can lose absolutely every day, but also you have to win. It's a compensation. So it took me time to accommodate my ego and my mindset to the business I
You
was
know what
trying.
I find fascinating about all of this is that we all went through the same thing. Every trader went through the exact same journey and exact same pain. What you said is great because, yes, from our childhood, you're encouraged to be number one, you're encouraged to be the fastest, the strongest, the biggest.
Mm.
Yeah, so losing is not something that we've been taught. In trading, in order to make money, in order to win, you need to be able to be a good loser first. If you know how to learn from your losses, then and only then
Yeah,
you can start making money.
yeah. There's a book. There's
Perfect.
a famous trader called Tom Bogart, and he's got a book called "The Best Loser Wins." And it's an amazing book. And that's the truth. So you have
I
to
haven't
lose.
read that. The best.
Uh,
Let me write
the
that
best
down.
best loser wins.
The best
So,
loser wins.
and
Okay.
it's what it is trading. The best person able to manage their losses will be profitable, because you are going to lose for sure every
Yeah.
day. It's impossible to trade and not losing any trade ever.
But the question is how much you lose and how much you make. So
Yeah,
if you keep your losses small and your wins big, you're good to go. Even if you lose 90% of the time.
yeah,
I gave an example on my previous live stream. Someone asked me what is more important, win rate or the risk reward, and I said without question the risk reward, because um, the win rate is overrated overall, in my opinion. Because like you can have two traders, one trader has like 90% accuracy and
mm,
loses only 10% of the time, and the other one has the opposite, has like 10% accuracy and loses 90% of the time. What if I told you now, naturally, us as humans, we're more comfortable with the system that produces more winners.
of
But in
course.
reality, when you take a closer look at those two traders, you see the guy with, or the trader with 90% accuracy winning $100 each time. So if they're trading 10 times, if they have 10 trades, he's making $100, $100, $100
Mm,
for times nine, which is $900. And the only time that he loses $1,000. So he ends up being in a drawdown, or losing $100.
yeah,
And when you look at the other trader that loses 100, 100, 100 for nine times, so he ends up with $900 loss. But the only one that he wins, he makes $1,000. So it covers the $900 loss, plus he ends up making $100. So that's very important. What you just said is great. I believe winning, like, it's not about not losing; it's about losing small and winning big. That's it.
yeah. Something that helped me a lot is when I started losing on very small trades, like $1 each trade, something like that. But it was very hard to me to accommodate these losing trades to my into my head. And then I thought, okay, how much money I lose when I go to work for someone else? So they pay me after 30 days of working there. So I have to wait 1 month,
Uh-huh.
and then I have to spend money on the transportation, bus, car, whatever, train, whatever, clothes, lunch, um, social events, so on, so on. So I lose a lot of money, and then at the end, when they pay me, let's say €1,000, right? A
You
thousand
get
after this,
compensated for it. It covers your expenses,
it
so
covers
it's
my
it's the
expenses,
same.
but yeah, but I had to invest, let's say €500 on
To get a
making a
thousand.
thousand to
Yeah,
get the thousand. So, and I thought, oh, I'm spending much money when I go out and work for someone else, and I lose every day. I lose money every
yeah,
day, but in a different way. It's in a way that society has agreed that it's fine. Just going for lunch outside, $15 every lunch, for instance, as an example, and that's
yeah,
fine. Society accepts that, but then you are trading. You are risking $1 or $2 per trade, and it's the end of the world when you lose three
yeah.
trades in a row.
That's
And
an
that
interesting
changed
way to look
my
at it. Yeah,
yeah, that changed my mind a lot, and say, no, I'm gonna spend the same $500. In the end, I'll get that, and it worked. It was a work in progress,
yeah.
of course,
It,
but
it was like a game changer. Yeah, when you
of
shifted
course,
your
yeah,
mindset. Yeah. I used to tell my students that if you want to accept losses, you need to redefine what a loss is. In
yeah,
your head, you need to redefine it. Like if you open a business, like your example is fantastic. Thank you for your example. But let me give you mine. When you open a business, you need to pay salaries, you need to pay rent, you need to pay utilities, and so on, right? And you would never be sad or mad or angry that you're paying salaries or you're paying utilities, right? But in trading, you're always mad when you lose. You can't accept that you lost. Why? Because it hits your ego. That's why you can't accept it. But if you look at it in a different way and you redefine losses, like, okay, I lost today, we paid salaries. I lost tomorrow, okay, we paid utilities. At the end of the day, it's going to pay off. So yeah, I love your example, by the way.
I agree with you. It's you lose every single day doing whatever business you want to do or whatever job you have. You're losing every single second. You're losing time or money, and you don't regret. You keep going to work every day for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So why not do that on
Exactly.
while you are learning? And it's not, to me, money. I've invested thousands of euros on mentorships, proper mentorships, and mistakes I've made myself, but it's a learning curve. So it's I've spent, to be honest, I've spent like 5 times this amount going to the university, and then a master, and then a degree, and then a postgrad, and then a and so on, so on, so on. So, and if in and when I left the university after 4 years, I wasn't the CEO of any company. I was the
As you
intern.
should be. Yeah.
So, and how come? And no one was expecting me to be the CEO. But when you are
Yeah.
trading, it's like, oh, you've been 1 year, 2, 3, 4 years into trading,
Why
and you're
aren't
not rich.
you, yeah, the
So,
best trader yet? Yeah, I get that. It's just like a mindset thing. So guys, just to whoever is listening or watching the live stream, just redefine losses to accept them. That's it. So now, Fahad, what's your take on this? What was the hardest thing for you to overcome?
I think uh, me, within my trading journey, I have faced two things which have been so difficult. But I think because of these farms, uh, prop farms helped me to overcome them. So the number one problem I had was adding on losing trades, you know. So as I have told you, I'm someone who always focuses on the risk to reward, you know. You risk 1%, then I'm targeting, let's say, 3%. So sometimes you find yourself that maybe you have gone for an early entry, you know, you go for an early entry. So when you go for an early entry, of course, the market will try to reach that point where you were targeting to enter from. So you found I always found myself adding on those trades, you know. So let's say my first entry had like one lot. Then when the market continues going down, I keep on adding more lots, you know. So it was a very big problem for me, even trading my personal accounts. But then funding people introduced the 3% rule. You know,
Uh-huh.
that 3% rule.
And you had to comply with the rule, yeah?
You know, I had to accept that if I had on these losing trades, then I'm going to breach this account, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't want to lose that account. So, like that, I came on starting, like accepting, you know, even up to today, I can't add on a losing trade. But because of
Great.
that rule, I had to change that approach. So then another thing which helped me, another thing I was facing within this trading journey of mine. So I came up with this strategy of mine after going through many strategies, the ICT, supply and demand, price action. So I came up with my own approach, the way I approach, the way my own strategy. You know, all of us here have your own strategy, how you approach the
Yeah.
market, you know, your daily routine, what you look at. So I came up with my strategy, and I found myself that this strategy only worked for me when the market is so volatile, you know.
Uh-huh.
So then I tried to go to gold. I used to trade gold during those days, but ever since I remember those days of Biden, you know, when Biden has just came into office. So the market used to consolidate so much on gold. Okay, so I found myself that my strategy wasn't working on gold anymore because of the consolidation. My strategy worked so much when we have big
At
moves,
running.
you know,
Yeah.
when we have when the market is so volatile. So I used to face a problem, and I was like, you know what? I came to realize that the market moves so well during the New York session and London session on gold. Okay, so I had to teach myself not to trade in the morning, because here in Uganda, when the session opens, the London session is morning here. So I was like, do you know what it means? A person who has to eat has to do everything. You have to do nothing for almost 4 hours waiting for that
So you had
session
to
to
learn it
come.
yourself instead of having someone tell you only trade when the
Ah,
liquidity is high. Yeah.
so I had to wait. So sometimes I faced that problem of, you know what, if gold doesn't move, let me go to Euro USD, let me go to GBP USD. So I
Yeah.
started
You
losing
were
focus there.
forcing trades in.
I started to force trades.
Yeah.
Yet I know well that my strategy works with high volatility. So I was like, you know what, I think let me try these indices. So I tried those NAS 100. I started doing NAS. I started doing US 30. Actually, I started with US 30. And the good thing with US 30 and NASDAQ, those indices, when their session is open, trust me, volatility is going to be there. It doesn't matter, do you have fundamentals or not, it is going to be there. So I was like, you know what? I need to find something to do. I need to find,
Okay. And what did you find to do? What did you
actually
decide to
most
do?
of the people who follow me here, I was like, you know what, because I'm a wheelchair user, I'm in a wheelchair. I have never been employed anywhere. All I do
Okay.
is trading. So
Nice.
finding something to keep me busy. I started with gaming. I used to play PUBG. I used to do those gaming
Okay.
things. And then I realized that many people were earning from teaching. You teach someone, at the end you are paid. And people always come to me, W.C.K, we always see you on leaderboards. We have seen you on FundingPips leaderboards day in 1 month, second month. And in Uganda, most of the people don't believe so much in prop farms. But so someone seeing you a Ugandan, you are on the leaderboard, yeah? And they're like, you know what, W.C.K, how can you teach me? So I was like, you know what, let me start doing these TikTok lives. So I made it normal. Even today, I would have been on that live waiting for that session to open. As soon as the session opens, I close the entire live. I go do work on myself,
So you use people for your entertainment, and then
you
after
know,
after the
I'm
session
always on
opens, you
TikTok,
leave them and you go trade. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm always keeping busy on TikTok, traders asking me about prop farms, asking me about funding pips, and as
Okay.
soon as the session opens, they know it. I just tell them, you know what, I'm done for today. Then I go and focus on my soft trading to
Nice.
avoid pushing trades, avoid pushing setups. I decided to do that. But it wasn't so easy. The most difficult thing was always adding or losing trades. And that
Yeah.
3% rule worked for me. Yeah, so that's how I've managed to bypass that.
Nice. So you kept yourself busy. But have you heard of someone called Mark Douglas? Guys, have you heard of Mark Douglas?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Douglas is the author of Trading in the Zone and the Disciplined Trader. In Trading in the Zone, he has a very interesting statement. Um, he says that the reason trading is very hard is because nobody can force you to have rules. So if you don't have rules, if you don't put rules on yourself, if you don't imply rules on yourself, you will be trading randomly, and that is, of course, uh, we know the result of random trading. So you're basically what you were saying in the beginning is that you didn't have rules. You didn't know when to enter, when to exit, how much to enter, how much to risk, and when to trade, which session. So basically, that's what happened with you, and that happened, I think, to everyone. Like to every trader that is trading till today. So basically, what you used to have or what you used to face is what Mark Douglas explained in his book. So yeah, it's good that you could that you were able to overcome it because that's one of the hardest
Mm,
challenges. So you were able to have rules and stick to them
yeah.
because if
Yeah,
you
I
work
used
on
I used the prop farms for the rules. You have said you have traded for a decade, yeah? I also started trading in 2015.
Okay.
But in 2015, during those days, we didn't have the tools we have today.
Yeah, of course
We
we
didn't.
didn't.
We didn't have them. So
Well,
it was
I
difficult.
had some, just to be honest. I had some because I used to work for banks, so
Ah,
we had different tools, and we had all kind of tools. But of course, today, like if you look at it from a retail trading perspective,
mm.
today it's totally different. Of course,
We didn't have
you
any
have
tools.
access
So
to almost
coming up with
everything.
your own rules, coming up with
Yeah,
your own rules by that time, it was difficult as a retail
yeah,
trader. It was difficult. We didn't know, you know. And actually, you people are even lucky for you who are in Europe, Here in Africa, even here in Africa today, they are still calling they are still calling trading a scam. Yeah, they don't even
yeah.
believe
That's,
in it.
I think that's everywhere, not only in
People are saying that it's not real here. They don't say they don't. Actually, you can't say that I'm a trader. Your
yeah.
profession, what do you do? That I'm a trader, I'm a forex trader. They'll be like, now, this is a
Ah,
Yahoo
you're a
boy.
scam. Yeah, so you play on
Yeah,
the computer. That's what you do. Yeah.
yeah, but it's now changing by now. It's somehow gradually changing.
Yeah, it's becoming easier, I think. Yes,
Hmm.
it's becoming easier. So, guys, any setups here or there? The market is not moving.
Market's not moving, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
So
indices are
let's see
making
if
some
people have
moves.
any questions because 1 second. Okay, Rosa, you have a question. I want to know 1 hour silver bullet strategy. Is it scalping? Is it a scalping strategy?
Yeah, it's a scalping strategy. Um, 1 hour silver bullet. Oh, I want to know 1 hour silver bullet strategy. I don't know
Like
what this person
it's
means.
silver bullet is ICT term. Like silver bullet is ICT strategy. Silver bullet.
Okay. I don't know what she means. Silver bullet strategy. I've never heard. So maybe you know better.
No, it's
Right,
a time
Rishi.
window. Like it's a time window. Like we'll be trading. Like silver bullet is a time window strategy. So we'll be using like 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So these are three windows we'll be looking into entries in
Okay.
any time frame. So because like in these time windows, like we'll be having good liquidity, and when it comes to silver bullet, the main thing you have to focus is DOL, like draw on liquidity, where the market is going to head. So if we know where the market is going to head, and if we have momentum in the charts, and we can enter in IRL like any PDRA like fair value gap or order blocks, or any other PDA you can use in those time frame, and then you can target the nearby DOL. So that is what silver bullet strategy is.
Okay. So it's not my strategy for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
like
it's 1 minute strategy, and I already
no,
Aren't you a
like
explained the
you know all
it's
strategy.
a
scalping
scalping
strategy?
strategy. The whole entry model will be in that 1 hour time window. That's it. So it's actually a scalping strategy.
Okay, the time frame I use it's 1 minute, but then the window I sit
Yeah,
down and take trades. It depends on how when I have time. So if I'm trading this over these 2 hours, let's say, then I won't trade later. Sometimes I trade 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, and that's it. Some days I don't even trade, not a single trade. It depends. I take very seriously what's my mood on the day, and see if I can have, if I'm in the right mindset, mood, and everything just to take trades, because I have to be very sharp and very quick. So it doesn't matter when you take the trade. Gold is not giving me any signal today, so there's nothing I can do. I only can wait and see how it goes. I'm expecting some movement at 3:30, like in 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
But
yes.
yeah, 30 minutes. But I don't know.
Yeah, I believe the market is too slow for the session we're in. Like if
Mm,
that happened
Mm.
during Europe session or London session, I'd understand. But it's New York. Wake up.
Yeah.
My strategy, like I don't use strategy. I'll just look for some kind of manipulation with respect to the bias, and then I'll enter an IRL. That's it. I'll target nearby highs or lows.
Okay. Someone's Felicia is explaining the silver bullet. Okay. Unicorn entry. I like it.
Not a unicorn entry and all. Like the thing is, like people blindly get into the rates in those time windows. That's not how it works. It's not just those time windows. Like it's about how the market is behaving and what's the DOL and all. So, like we can't follow a strategy blindly when we are not having any momentum in the charts. So if there is no moves, even a plus setup won't work. So yeah.
So, guys, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
How do you enter? Do you use pending orders, or you mainly use market execution,
I
market
use
orders?
market order.
Always market orders.
Always. Very rare I'll use limit orders, but always market order.
What about you, Rosa?
Yeah, market orders on gold. Um, German index and Nasdaq are always pending orders
Why is that?
because gold is very. At least I can read it easily, and
Mm-hmm.
it's got a lot of volatile, but it's very noble. So you know where it's going. But Nasdaq and DAX, because they are both indexes, I found out for my strategy, two different strategies I have there. Sometimes they hit the lower low or the higher high, and then it goes back. So that's why I put a limit order, 1 or 2 pips above or below the lower lows or the high highs. And I do that because I have a clear advantage on my strategy based on the back tests I've made on both cases. So yeah, that's the reason.
What about you, Fahad?
For me, it depends on the volume within the markets. When there is low volume, when the market is consolidating, I prefer using limit orders. Why? Because when the market is consolidating, it keeps on giving you false entries. It keeps on giving you false entries. So to avoid to fall for those false entries, I just set my limit orders. Then I go make myself busy. But when the market is so volatile and it's moving well, I just open according to the market price. Live market.
Yeah, like your answer is the closest to mine, I think, because 90% of the time I use pending orders, 90% of the time. So only 10% of the time I do market orders because, to be honest, I don't sit behind screens for long hours. What I do is I do my analysis, I do my homework, and then I decide which prices are appealing to me. So after I decide that, and after I see a nice setup that I like, I place my order because for one simple reason, I believe, and that's just me. I could be wrong, but I believe that it is very rare for you to be behind the screen at the exact right time and the exact and have the exact right price just because you're behind the screen. So I don't know. I believe that it's very rare for you to be behind the screen uh, at the exact right time. So that's why you do your analysis and you place your orders. But I wanted to hear your opinions on this. That's why I asked this question. But I understand, of course, every strategy is different.
Hmm.
Okay.
Someone's asking, how do I cope with scalping pressure, like during times when trades are running and I don't have scalping pressure because my trades usually last a few minutes. To me, pressure is when a trade lasts 3 hours or 1 hour to hit either stop loss or take profit. So that's something I can't cope with. And I think it was yesterday or doing another live stream where a trade got stuck for nearly 30 minutes and I nearly died. That's pressure to me. But being on a trade for 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes, that's no pressure to me. I've done what I'm able to do right. Is the analysis and then execute this analysis. Because I'm not an analyst, I'm a trader, so I mainly execute. And this is my job. I have executed based on my plan. The result, it has nothing to do with me. It's not my mistake. Then I will analyze if I've done my part of the job properly or not, but the result has nothing to do with me because I'm not the market. It's me playing against Rafa Nadal or anyway, or I don't know, Lamine Jamal or whoever, best in the world. I don't know. So
You're
it's me.
promoting only Spanish athletes.
Yeah, yeah. because
You are
because I
forgetting
don't know any.
Cristiano. Are you
Oh,
against
Cristiano,
Cristiano?
yeah.
No,
So can you
he's
look
mad
at
at
me
you.
playing
Comment
against them?
Ronaldo now.
So I don't have the shape or the mentality. So I do my part. I just wait for them to be extremely exhausted, nearly dying, and then I try to play against them. So on the market, I do the same. So it's not stressful at all. If it gets stressful, it's because I'm over risked. I'm over leveraged. I'm risking too much money. I can't afford to lose because that's my tool for being on my job. For having this job, I need money. So other than that, it's no stress at all.
Where is Rishi?
Oh, it got out.
Did he leave?
Someone's asking how many attempts at prop you become profitable. Did you guys?
What's the question again?
I think he's asking how many attempts, like how many accounts have you blown before becoming profitable on prop firms?
Yeah, who's asking that and who is it for?
Uh, it's for no one. I mean, there's no name. It's pharmacy views. I think it's a general
Okay.
question.
How many attempts? Okay, to be honest, I don't trade the prop. Like I only trade the personal accounts and like institutional accounts. I trade on behalf of institutions, so or I used to. So I wasn't allowed to blow any accounts because they'll kick me out. So yeah. What about you, Rosa?
Fair
So how
point.
many how many times have they kicked you out?
No one, not even once. Thank God. So what about you, Rosa? How many accounts have you blown?
I started trading my own capital. So I only started with prop firms like 1 year or so ago. So when I started, I just funded my own accounts with 500, 1,000 euros, and I've blown many accounts because some people say, I mean, the reason I blew these so many accounts, maybe 10,000 euros, 20,000, but the reason was because I wasn't a trader, and I had to realize, as I said, put ego in place. Learning how to trade, finding a strategy that suits your life, your personality, and your routine. So maybe Asia is the best time ever to trade, but I'm sleeping or I should be sleeping. So finding all together like a puzzle, it takes time. So I blew many accounts and a lot of money. But then when I started over from the beginning and trading like a business, then I haven't blown an account ever again. But then my curve has been very sweet and very predictable. But it's been up and up, and I've got drawdowns, of course, like everyone else, but I haven't blown up an account. I can't afford. It's my life depends on how much money I make from
No,
trading.
that's not impressive. Let's see how many accounts Fahad has blown.
Yeah,
Please impress
so
us.
for
10
me,
plus,
many
12
many
plus. Come on, give us impressive
many
numbers.
many people always ask me that question, but I'm always open to you guys that for me, as you people know, the situation I'm in. So I started trading, not knowing that even people in my country do trade. I didn't have money for mentorship, so I have been mentored by prop firms. So most of the things I have learned how to trade, the discipline I have is most out of prop firms, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I have lost a lot of accounts on the way because I have been learning through those mistakes. Even the strategy I have today, I have learned it by eliminating most of the mistakes I make on the farms. So I just apply what when I make a mistake and I blow some account, then I have to make sure that I don't do the same thing the next time. So I can't tell you the exact number. I have lost a lot of accounts, bro. A lot of
Like
accounts.
approximately.
I think I'm even beyond 100 because like
No way,
funding
man.
people,
100?
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
because
I'm
wanted
funding
I
people,
wanted an impressive number, but that's crazy. That's not just impressive. That's you need. I don't know.
because funding
Yeah.
people alone, I have lost, I think I've lost more than 80 only in funding
Oh
pips.
my God,
I'm
That's
man.
with
you
you on that
when
one,
you
to be honest. On prop
you will
firms,
see, yeah,
I've blown maybe 200. Yeah,
yeah,
I
because
mean it could
because
be possible. Yeah, nothing.
because
Yeah,
on
Wow.
funding pips alone, if you check, I have 10K accounts, 5K account. I have been testing everything on funding pips, bro. Everything.
Okay.
I
All right.
test everything
That's,
on prop farms.
but I think
yeah.
it's the nature of prop firms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I
That's.
understand prop firms have many rules you have to follow. So in the end, it's very stretched and narrow path you have to follow in order to stay alive. And at some point, you're going to die. The thing is, if you have a nice strategy to keep having payouts, even if you blow the account at some point, because that's going to happen
Yeah.
at some point. So it's a different approach between personal accounts and prop firm accounts. And I could be as you over 100, 150, 200. It could be easily
Wow.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah. That's possible, of course, but like I wasn't expecting the number.
Because you
That
come from
number
a
shook
different
me, man.
world. Your
Yeah.
world
Yeah,
is
yeah, you
another
are from
world.
a different world, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Down the earth, things are different.
Now, no, come on. Now, let me tell you my first ever about my first ever trade in the bank. You know how much I lost? My first ever click, $70,000.
What?
Yeah. So I got called to the head of trading office. It's like,
Of course.
why did you do that? I told him, like, I don't know. I had limits. I have a limit of $450,000 to lose in a year. Told me, yeah, but like if you keep doing that, you'll you'll run out of attempts after 9 days. So start trading smaller and relax. Because if you do that one more time, you're out. And
Of course.
yeah, then I became a proper trader after that. But I decided to impress them on my first day, so I lost $70,000.
But at least that answers why you don't do props. Because do you know what it means to have 400,
Yeah,
400K to play with the entire year? That's a lot of money.
correct.
You lost one funded in one stop
Yeah,
loss.
yeah. I lost a company's worth of capital in one trade. Yeah, so I believe we're all the same. Like if you like sum up all the funded accounts that you blew, I think we're gonna reach somewhere around 50K, 40K. So we're almost the same, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We can't be the
So yeah,
same.
that was a good question. Guys, give us more questions. Yeah, there's someone asking you, Rosa, how long does it take you to pass a prop firm?
The minimum. The
Yeah,
minimum days I'm allowed to pass a challenge.
yeah. So 3 4 days you can.
Some in FundingPips, I always use the two-step account, a 100K two-step account. So I have a minimum of 3 days for each stage. But in some of the props, it's only 1 day. I can pass it very quickly in futures prop firms, and then I use I can pass maybe 10 accounts in 1 day, and then someday lose 10 accounts in 1 day. It's very fast. um I do things very, very fast. So the minimum days allowed.
That's a badass answer. I like it. Okay, someone is asking me, can you please tell us why you don't trade prop accounts? Simply because, like, my strategy is I'm not a day trader again, so my strategy needs some room to move. Meaning that if I'm risking 4% on one trade, as I was telling Rishi, and the daily loss limit is 3%, then I'm out before the trade is like before the trade starts. So no, that's because like some prop firms or most prop firms are custom made or tailored for day traders and high frequency traders, not people who trade 10, 15 times a year. So I believe that's the main reason, yeah. But I wish I had prop firms when I started back in the day. We didn't have this.
It makes sense to you not to trade prop firms. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, for 15, 20 days a year, I don't
Yeah,
think I would do it either.
you'll have to pass the challenge, then get the and then wait for one trade. You know what? My longest trade ever was 1 year and a half on Euro USD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, imagine that on a prop firm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they'll kick me out.
Yeah.
Also, the rules even can't allow you.
Exactly, exactly. That's why. So what else? Silver bullet. Again, I have a question of the rule for who want to be profitable. Bold Explorations is asking, I have a question. What are your rules for day trader who wants to be profitable? Would you like to answer that, guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fahad?
Yes, so for me, what I always tell people, the best way to be profitable is by eliminating most of the mistakes. The more mistakes you eliminate, the more chances of being consistent happen. You know, for example, I've told you that I used to add on losing trades, okay, but I identified that problem and I eliminated it. That's why I'm even here today. You know, otherwise, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't even be here. So you have to be the first thing you have to do as a trader if you want to be profitable is identifying the mistakes you make. All the blame should be on you. If you don't blame yourself, then you're not going to see the mistakes you make, and if you don't see the mistakes you make, you're going to be in that same circle forever. But if you can identify those mistakes, then the more mistakes you eliminate, the more closer you become to be profitable.
They want strict rules. Give them strict rules. How much do you trade per? How much do you risk per trade, for example?
Yeah. So if I'm passing the challenge, if I'm to pass a challenge, let's say 100K funding pips of 8% as the profit target, I always risk 1%. That's on the phase levels. So I'm always targeting at least 3 successful trades to pass that challenge. Okay, that's by risking 1%. But when I'm funded, then I lower the risk by 2. I go to 0.5% per trade. Okay, but when I'm funded, I'm using 0.5%, but that time I hold a lot of trades. I don't use risk to reward when it comes to funded levels. I'm going to hold that trade until my zones are hit, because I'm not risking a lot at the end of that day. Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question, bold explorations. Rosa, are you in a trade?
I'm just trying to set up a trade. If the setup is probably, I'm just waiting for the setup on this trade. I'm on
Okay.
Nasdaq. 1 minute. So
So you're
I'm
waiting
just
for the
waiting.
NYSE open, yeah? You're waiting for the
It's 10
volatility.
minutes away. I don't like trading on the open, but I am going to take the risk.
Don't you get slipped when you trade like right at the open of the session?
Yeah, sometimes. No setup. Nope. I am very strict with the rules. I didn't have the setup for 1 point. That means I can't take the trade.
Okay, fair enough. Bold explorations. I love you too. Thank you. And let's see what other questions we had. Safe, I think once you have moved the market, am I right? No, of course not. You're not right. How can I move the market?
With the amount of money you trade.
What? Sorry?
With the amount of money you trade, people think you move the market.
No, no, man. No, no, no. No, that's.
The market is like an ocean.
Like, if you just try to understand how, like, reason how much money there is in the market, no one can move the market. Like, literally no one. Only, like, banks with billions and, like, hundreds of billions of dollars. That's the only possibility that you can move markets is with hundreds of billions. And by the way, you're not moving the market, you're not changing trends, you're just moving it by 1 or 2 pips max. So no one can move the market, especially the FX market, because, like, the amount of money or the daily turnover in FX is crazy. It's like $7.2 trillion every day.
Yeah.
Guys, do you know how much, or how does $1 trillion look like? Have you ever seen that?
I wish.
Okay,
I wish also.
can you please Google that? No, no, let's do that. Let's do that now. Let me Google $1 trillion and let me show you how it looks like. 1 trillion.
I don't know how to count so many zeros. So,
$1 trillion.
No, I want you to see how it looks like physically. 1 second.
okay.
$1 trillion. So that you understand how much money there is in the FX market. Okay, 1 second. I found a good one. Come on. Yeah, there it is. How can I share my screen now? 1 second.
I'm gonna stop sharing mine.
How can I do that? You know what? I have an idea. Let me do that. Okay, just shared it. Let me know when it's up. Can you guys see it?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah?
Not yet.
Let me try again. Why isn't it showing? It says here that it's sharing, but what's wrong? Let me try again.
Yeah, sometimes you have to try a few times.
Okay. Please work. I need you to see this. Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. I will make it happen. We're traders, we don't give up. One second, one second. Okay, now let's talk about something until I figure this out, so that we don't bore the people
Okay.
watching. Your help in sharing a photo. Okay, so
Someone
what
is
other
like, I
questions do
thought
you?
they say.
Finally.
Now it's coming up. Yep.
So look, guys, wait. This is a person, yeah? Here, this is a person.
Mm,
This is $1 million. This is $1 billion. Okay, and this is $1 trillion.
mm.
That's how much a trillion is. Look, like in comparison to a plane or to a truck or to the White House, this is how much a trillion is. So imagine, like, seven of those is traded and turned over every day in the FX market. So who can move the market? Absolutely no one.
No one, even with
Yeah.
a
Right.
billion.
So I believe I made the point. I made my point. Yeah.
Pretty clear.
Yeah, maybe
So
Rosa
no, my
can share
friend.
the
To answer
screen.
your question, I never moved the market. No, I wish I could, but I didn't. I think we have a good one here. Okay, so Derwin is asking, when retail traders see liquidity sweeps and order blocks, how do institutions
Rosa,
actually
share the screen,
view and
Rosa.
use those levels?
Sorry.
Okay, so guys, Derwin is asking, like, how do institutions actually view and use the liquidity sweeps and order blocks? The simple answer, uh, the shocking simple answer is they don't. They don't look at such things. They don't know what an order block is. Um, they don't care about liquidity sweeps or whatever. They just care about entering at the best possible price. So they make sure to enter in small tranches so that they don't move the market against themselves. So if I'm entering with like a $2 billion position, I need to enter with small tranches because that could raise flags to algorithms which could start heavily buying or selling, affecting my price. So that's how institutions look at it. But in reality, they don't care about order blocks or fair value gaps or whatever. They just, those people move the market.
They don't do any technical analysis.
They do technical analysis. We like I used to do. I was the technical analyst in many of those institutions. So I was doing technical analysis plus for the whole team plus trading. So we used to do technical analysis, but the only technical analysis allowed over there is the classic technical analysis. So no harmonics, no Elliott waves, no even Elliott waves can be like tolerated sometimes because like it's part of the classic technical analysis. No SMC, ICT, none of that. Yeah,
No supply and
they
demand.
purely do price action and classic technical analysis, of course. I hope that answered your question. What else do we have?
Gold's dropping.
It's dropping. Yeah.
Share the screen. Share the screen.
Yeah.
You know, guys, the best thing about today's session is that I met you. Nothing else is good.
Thank you.
Nothing is
Likewise.
moving.
Yeah, but nothing's moving today.
Nothing's moving.
But
Thank God I'm not alone in
Nasdaq
this
is also
session.
dropping.
Yeah, Nasdaq's dropping. Let me just a second. I need to focus for a little second.
I think this area could reject it.
Someone is asking, what does it take for someone to trade for a bank?
Just apply for the bank and pray that they take you. That's it. Just have the correct or the right education, the right degrees, and anyone can do it. How much reward you get from there? I mean, your profit share. Yeah, someone is asking me how much I made from trading with institutions. I don't know, but that's I think that's a personal matter. How would that benefit you if I answer? So the requirements to get into a bank and trade in the like get into the dealing room or the trading room of a bank is basically having a finance degree and some professional licenses and certificates that you need to study for, like that's above a university, and then you can like take some sit for some exams like psychology, IQ, and stuff. And if you pass, you get hired. That's basically all all it is. Does institution or do institutions allow scalping? Yes, they do. But they usually
Nothing.
have like algorithms. Rosa, do you have anything?
Nothing. I'm trying to find something, but when I try too hard, it's because there's nothing in there, and I'm just
Yeah.
trying and trying. So nothing. It's
No,
impossible
it
to
should
try.
pop up. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
looking for anything. No. But just like for the fun of it, I think Nasdaq will get rejected to the upside from here. I'm not executing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Nasdaq, I'm on a buy. Do you see it?
Yeah,
This
you
is my
already.
trade level.
So you already buy? You already
Yeah,
bought? Sorry.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that's a good trade. And the yellow line to the
Okay.
upside is the take profit, right?
Yes, that's what it's expecting. So I'm moving break even now,
Bravo.
and don't like that. I think I'm gonna close it. It should go there. That's an anchoring point and field, but it could take me out.
It will, but it's still. I think it's still too volatile because like we're in the first five
Hmm.
minutes of the session. So
But it has some chances of
Okay,
selling.
I'm
Eh?
out. Break
When
even
you look on
out.
the four, when you look on the 4 hour time frame, maybe
are
it's
you
targeting
giving
the
it another
previous.
chance?
Um, Need to wait for a setup to form again. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit this specific level, the yellow, the yellow
So what's
level I
what's
have
the
here.
price? I can't see the prices. What's the price?
It's
Yeah,
23519.50.
yeah. I think that's an easy one. I'm
It's an
looking
unfilled anchor
at
point, and it
23
usually
600.
respect. Sorry, 600 what? Oh, 600.
Yeah, I was looking at 23,600. Like I'm
Okay.
just like playing with like paper trading.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure it's gonna hit it in the next 20 minutes. I would say no more than 5 candles, but
no more than
it's
five candles.
no more than 5 candles should do in a regular day. But it's not a regular day. The opening it's only 30 points, so it's pretty awkward day. But in
Yeah,
a regular session, like in a regular US Open session, from here, Nasdaq doesn't need more than 5 candles. I would say even 3 or 4 candles to reach out that level. I'm pretty sure of that.
which is 520 almost. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay. So 30
520,
pips from here.
21. So it's like, yeah, 30 points from 30 pips from here, 30 points.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure. And I said 5 candles from this point.
Did you
So
go
I'm
back
gonna,
in?
yeah, I'm out on break even. It took me out, and it's so I said 5 candles. I think is the first. In a regular day, no more than 3. It has to.
No, I mean a second time. Did you enter a second time?
No.
Okay.
Didn't have the setup formed, so I'm out of this trade. Gold,
Gold is
I didn't
dropping.
have the setup here, so I'm just waiting to drop in here because that's another anchoring point and field.
Yeah, and what's that price?
That price on gold is 23,475 point
75. So yeah,
65. Yeah,
75.
75. Yeah, kind of. I'm expecting for gold to do that and then start forming my setup in here just to go up. And Nasdaq, where's Nasdaq? It's coming back. But it's not an easy session. It's important to
It's
me
not,
when
no.
Nasdaq, yeah, when the US Open session starts, I always measure always the first candle or the first few candles, like, and it's about 35 points. US opening Nasdaq 35 points. It's nothing. So I usually don't trade, or I'm very cautious because it's not a regular session. There's no volatility at all. But still, this is the third candle. That one should close around here, and then 2 big push-ups. Um,
Let me see the 4 hours on gold. I don't know about you guys, but I really like the 4 hour candles on, or the 4 hour chart on gold, and especially like this 4 hour candle, which is 7 p.m. Dubai time. It closes at 7 p.m. Dubai time. This one is my favorite because it sets the tone for the rest of the session. So if it closes like with a bullish setup, or like it looks a little bullish, it means that most likely the rest of the session will go bullish, and vice versa, of course. So the 4 hours is, if it stays above or it closes above 81, 82, I believe that we're going to keep going higher for the session. If it closes below 75, which is the level Rosa just mentioned, it's going down. I believe we're going to see 55, 60. What do you think, Fahad?
About Nasdaq.
Yeah.
So as I did my first setup with you guys, so it made a breakthrough on a bearish. It made a bearish breakthrough on my setup. So when I look at the 4 hour, I think it is looking for the previous lowest point of the 4 hour time frame. So I wouldn't take buys unless they close above the zones I had set as we started this session. So whatever Nasdaq is doing now, if I'm to take any trade, if I happen to be taking any trade right now, I would be looking for sales. I'll be looking for sales, and I'll be targeting the previous point, or the previous lowest price of the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, so right now all I look at would be sales until they close above my bullish resistance levels.
Which are, can you tell us the prices, please? The prices
So right
of
now,
the resistance levels.
what I'm targeting, let me try to share my screen with you guys.
Please.
Sure.
Let me try to share.
It's dropping.
So is it clear to you guys? Is it?
Not yet.
You can see?
Not yet.
Let me try again. Let me try to share this. Moment.
We're also facing an issue sharing.
But I think it's going to work this time round. Is it clear now?
No. Not coming up.
My God. Is it not that? It's not yet there.
No.
I don't know.
Now it's coming up.
Let me try one more time, maybe. Now?
Yes.
Yes. We can see it now.
Yeah, so as I told you guys, as we are starting, I marked this range. I marked the upward and the downward. So I was like, if they happen to break through this point here on the 4 hour time frame, I just execute my sales. So I showed you on the 4-hour time frame that I would be targeting this point here. Mark it. So this is the point I'm targeting for maybe nice to react from. That's if we are to look for buys. But for now, I'm looking for sales up to here. So that's where my take profit is. So I executed already this trade. I'm in this trade already, and I'm in break even. I took some profits, and I'm in break even. I don't know.
Well done.
So that's that's the setup. That's what I was explaining to you guys, that always I wait for them to break out of the range. Then after breaking out of the range, I wait for them to retest the candle which has made a breakthrough. Then I execute my my sales. So I don't know if it is visible with you guys. You can see that I have already executed my sales. I have already executed my sales, and
Yeah, and that's
almost
also a
hitting my
proper
take
risk
profit.
reward. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a proper risk reward. I think 1 to 3, 1 to 3.5. How much is this? Hello, hello, Fahad.
So that's it. That's what I've been targeting.
Yeah, what is
I
your
don't know, Rosa can
risk
share the
reward?
screen, and maybe we see what gold is doing.
Gold drop back down. Nothing. That's a boring session. I don't like this.
So my risk to reward is it's 1 to 3, 3.3. It's 1 to 3.3.
As I expected. It's pretty decent. I like it.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe Rosa can share the screen, and we see what gold is doing.
Nothing. I'm going to share my screen, but there's nothing to do today. So it's a pretty boring session because I don't like being here and not giving any trades. Um, but it's what it is. So it's one, well, at least I hit one break even. And
Better than
now,
a loss.
yeah, better than a loss.
Yeah.
Now my trading setup's coming up here. I'm gonna try just it's 0.25.
I think you're feeling sorry that you didn't do any trades today, so I don't recommend
But
you
it's
doing this one.
No,
normal.
no,
It's
no.
normal.
Every time I see my setup, I enter,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever. So
You
no
guys, that's the
setup,
kind of discipline you want. You just execute mechanically. No feelings
yes,
at all.
no feelings at all. And I've backtested this strategy over the first 2 hours on the European opening, and then the first 2 hours on the US opening. And it has a clear advantage. But to have this clear advantage, you have to take all of the trades, of course, because you never know what trade is going to be the winner, like a massive winner, like the 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 ratio. So for that matter, I have to enter to every single trade I can within my time frame, working time, job time frame, working time frame.
But like, I think I can tell from your risk reward, if I can read it correctly. In this trade and the previous one, you have high accuracy, right?
Yeah. So, for instance, I can't go in, but let's say I go in right now. This is a very unpredictable market today, and it's for now a bearish market to me because I
Yeah.
don't pay attention to many bars behind. So for now, it's a bearish trend. So if I go in, I target 15, 20 points. I'm out. At least 1 because my stop losses usually are between 15 and 20, 25 points. So I try to target 1 and I'm out. If the market's accompanying properly, which I can determine that just watching at the candles, candle by candle, then I can put break even and accompany the trade a little bit more. Like yesterday, I was hoping for a 15 points and it gave me 60. So that's a welcome point. So if I enter, maybe it's another setups forming now. It's 1-1, I'm out, and out. If it's a loss, it's only 0.25%. So it's nothing. It's nothing.
It's like buying lunch.
Yeah. No, have to wait. It's not giving me clear signals. I have to say, in an honest opinion and comment, I don't trade my personal account the same I'm trading that one just because of the rules of the prop firms, not because there's anything different. But in my personal account, I can enter. I usually enter with 6 positions at the very same time. Instead of entering with 1 position, it's 6, and then I close down and I take partials on every position, and it's a very fast trading because prop firms don't allow, because sometimes they tag you as a dollar cost average, and this is not what I'm doing. But if the 6 positions I usually take on one trade, I divide it in 6 positions. If they are not opened at the same time and they are open in different times, when the price is going to my stop loss, I could be tagged as dollar cost average trading, and that's not allowed. So I'm way more profitable on my personal account than I am on prop firms. Still I'm profitable, but just because of the rules I was talking before, and you have to accommodate the trading style to the rules you are working with.
Okay, so let's see how that works. Fahad, did you take profit or not yet? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I took profits. But as I predicted, that area where the market is, we are more likely to see reversals, strong reversals from that point. Because
Reversal
I
to the
think
upside, you mean?
to the upside, because it's
Okay.
testing the downside part of the previous low of the 4-hour time frame. So I don't think we might have a breakthrough from that point, because if we have a breakthrough from that point, then it means we are going to be selling NAS for at least even the next week.
And I
But for
think you
now,
got scared because Rosa got in with so much liquidity. So,
I'm in gold.
you're
I
in
mean,
gold.
I nearly must
yeah.
stop my hit. I take profit just 1 point away. Can you see? Can you guys see it? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's
So
going
that's
for
why
it. It's going for
for
it.
me,
Okay.
actually, that's the reason why for me, when I say 1 to 3, even if we have more points within that 3, I just take profits manually. So that's what even I also did to NAS. So the
It's
market
Okay.
going
has
for
that
it. It's going
tendency.
for it.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
TP. Did you see?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
yes.
see that?
yeah, it
Because
has been
I
hit.
use this indicator that's the entry point and that's the exit point zone. That's
So,
in normal
Mabruk,
trade today.
congratulations on the TP.
Thank you. That's why, as I was saying before, every single setup that is presented to me, I take it because I never know when it's going to be a take profit or a stop loss. You don't know.
Uh-huh. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you go enjoy your profits, celebrate your
Okay,
profits. It was a great
Thank
session.
you
okay,
very
It was
much.
a great pleasure meeting you guys, and hopefully we'll do another one soon. Uh,
Hopefully.
okay.
have a great day and see you, everyone. Thank you.
You too,
Thank
safe, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.